The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Thursday. Thursday's Sweet 16 action and Wednesday's NIT and CBI action on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, use our promo code TCE SGPN to get $1,000 in bonus credits. Once again, that's underdogfantasy.com, promo code TCE SGPN. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Get up to $750 a month in cashback rewards. When you sign up at edgeboost.bet, use that promo code SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
To the college basketball experience. Preview and picks for Wednesday, March 26th. And obviously the entire Sweet 16 slate for Thursday, the 27th. Oh boy, we've been rocking. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. I got a Florida Gulf Coast Cleveland State game going on. I got the North Texas Oklahoma State. I got a ECU Duke Classic going on. I got I think D3 hoops on the slate over here. What am I doing? Recording. Get the microphone out of my face. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
Oh, yeah. God damn, it feels good. Got news. Just finished a college hockey Frozen 4 episode. Go check that out. Got games Thursday, Friday, all weekend. We're rolling. Don't die yet. Wait until the summer. I am joined by my co-host. He's the host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Also, check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Monet Lawn Mac. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Yeah, the portal's on fire. The carousel's on fire. Can we get to the Sweet 16? I'm tired of talking about these things.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
We're also joined by third man in the booth. He is the host of the College Baseball Experience and the slap shot behind the College Hockey Experience. Give it up for the great Noah Bieniek, who I promise is not in the basement of his house. He is look, he rented that out. That's an art studio because he's getting into art. He's reached that age. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I am in a different location. My room, I said it on the hockey podcast, so I'll say it here again. My sister is back home from college, and they're painting her room. So all of that shit is in my room. So that is what is going on currently. And yeah, this is what Colby stated 2 years ago, the unfinished basement, and it became like a year-long joke.
Well, a lot of that was because there was apparently like a Playboy magazine with your dad on the cover of it, which was
I can actually grab that.
I don't know if we don't want to scorn our audience with those those photos, but no, hilarious stuff. Elliot said Noah's in Rebecca's dungeon. Guys, we have news. We have a lot of news to talk about.
Colby, we planned on talking about 2. There was a third one that just dropped.
Just broke while you went live.
Just broke.
All right, we're gonna need to
You
talk
wouldn't
about
be
that.
able to guess it.
Well,
It's in
first,
Richmond, Virginia.
ooh, okay. First, I want to give a shout out to if you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/The College Experience. I want to shout out Paul over at the Westgate. Gave me this fine hat and gave me some shirts. Just a hell of a fucking good guy. Big fan, big listener. Works over there and hell of a good guy. Paul, we are grateful that you listen. And I'm true to my word. I was going to wear this fucking hat. We're wearing the hat, and I like this hat. All right. I'm a married man, so I can't test the numbers of taking this hat out into the bowling alley and seeing how much scattered ass I can get. So I can't do that. But it's a great looking hat, and I'm grateful. And yeah, thank you, brother. I want to start off with this news. This is the second time in the past 4 years that a team has made the NCAA tournament and then announced that they're leaving D1.
Oh yeah.
St. Francis Red Flash. I had just recently touted them for only having like 1,400 students.
Colby,
and having
the other one that did this was St. Francis Brooklyn.
Oh no, St. Francis Brooklyn just punted on athletics. They did the ultimate bullshit move. Like at least
so we went from having 2 St. Francis's just 3 or 4 years ago to having 0.
Yeah. Like St. Francis Brooklyn, they have a spot in hell as far as I'm concerned. The people that made that call, like you know what? We're not going to do athletics anymore. I mean, is there a worse fucking thing like to teach our youth? What are you doing? What? You're going to teach some bullshit classes like athletics? That's everything. What are we talking about here? But St. Francis, the Red Flash, Rod Strickland, they fucking knew that the fucking Long Island Sharks were loading up. They got so lucky. And that was a cockamamie call. So what better time to get out when you know Strick is loading up? They are moving not to D3, not to D2, but to D3. What in the absolute fuck is this? I just want to highlight this for a second, Pete.
You know why they did that, right?
I want to hear I want to hear your reasonings, but they in football not long ago made the FCS playoffs. Last year wasn't a great year, but guess what? They still had an FBS win where they got paid 6 figures by beating the Akron Zips at Akron. And then in basketball, they just made the NCAA tournament and probably would have won a round if not for a crazy Hail Mary. What in the fuck is this, Mac? Like, I understand you only have like 1,400 students or whatever, but you've been a part of D1 for a long time. And I got into it with some people today that said, oh, it's revenue sharing. Has someone, can anyone out there find me a link that says the NEC is complying with rev sharing? Because I have not seen that. They don't have any money to share. What are we fucking talking about here? Bieniek, what happened here in your eyes? Because why not go to D2? Why go all the way to D3?
You go all the way to D3 because there's no athletic scholarships whatsoever.
Scholarships.
So wait,
they're not paying athletes at all.
Yeah.
So D3 is about to be awesome. It was what we're saying. We saw Azusa Pacific come back. That's what's up.
Sorry, never mind. No, different. Nope.
Helms 22. Yes, there is a UFL show. Go check it out. But no, this is ridiculous, man. They have an FCS football team that has put players in the NFL. Right. This is a team that's won against the Power 5 or won against the FBS, having 30 less scholarships, and now they're punting on it, man. I'm disappointed. And look, maybe D3 will become awesome because I know Azusa Pacific is bringing their shit back, but I'm bummed the fuck out, man. I thought they've been a pretty good program over the years in the FCS ranks. Your thoughts?
It sucks for a guy, Robbie Krimmel, man. He wins the tournament at his alma mater for the first time. He had been there for the last 12 years. He was an assistant there. He played there. What a gut punch.
What a slap in the
But
face.
we should brace ourselves. There's going to be a couple more that are going to be doing this move, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What? Hold on though. The NEC has not complied with rev sharing. Like a lot of these FCS conferences, the reason why I follow this is because a lot of them have not complied. A lot of the conferences have not complied with the revenue sharing because they're stating that they don't make any money.
Well, these schools don't, at least in their eyes, don't make enough money to even give out athletic scholarships. So they're just
They
going to
just
go down
got
to
six
D3.
figures for beating fucking Akron. What are we talking about here?
They're just they're punting on it, man. They're punting. There's going to be a bunch more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fuck Greg Sankey and Tony Petiti.
Yeah,
which
they said they can't. They said they can't keep up. They said they can't keep up. It's not sustainable, and they're just going to go D3, and it's going to basically be volunteer sports.
I'm bummed. They're on my shit
they
list.
put them on the plus still. D3, I'll watch that shit.
I should have watched D3 right now, but I'm saying
they kind of get lit in their arena too. That's what sucks.
I mean, dude, that football program hasn't been bad. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know nobody cares, but softball, they've been really good lately too.
Yeah, why not just get rid of those programs? It's a joke. It's a joke.
For years.
Yeah, it's a joke. But I'm just wondering, the ecosystem normally works like football and basketball and make money. So you'd want to keep them where they are and have that money trickle all the way down to everything else. Unbelievable. I was taken back by that. And how many more do you really think this will be? You're telling me the whole fucking NEC? Do I got to worry about Strick going D3?
I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 this year. But I could see it being like 5 this year, 10 next year, then another 10 the fall. Like I think it's going to be a slow rollout.
I totally agree with Mac. I see this being a common theme over the next 4 months.
This is one way to kill the little guy, I guess. Everybody's talking about there's no upsets in March. They're just going to drop their programs.
Yeah, teams that just went to the NCAA tournament, them in Hartford. They're going to be in the same fucking conference probably. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man. But yeah, it's the reality with all this crazy money going to the powers, unfortunately.
I still don't. I would like to hear a case on like the NEC saying that, like, oh, you're telling me the players are going to sue the NEC for not getting paid when there's a fucking divider at half court. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? So all these bitch ass players going to do that. I'm normally on the side of the players in a lot of cases, but you're going to sue the NEC. What, the bus driver? The fucking bus driver? What are we talking about here?
The maintenance guy for the elevator at Long Island?
I don't know, man. Coaching hires. We got coaching hires that just happened. Shame on you, St. Francis. And yes, I did fire an email away to their goddamn athletic director. We got news. You were going to tell me about what happened in Richmond, Virginia. I'm assuming you're talking about VCU. I hope Mooney didn't step down with the Spiders.
No. Okay. Mooney's still there, man.
Yeah.
VCU. If we gave you 5 guesses, I don't think you would get it. This VCU hire.
5 guesses. So what is it? An NBA guy?
No, I'll give you 3, and then I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Mac.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to get it, though. I don't even know why we're wasting time.
What region of the country?
Northeast, and they made the tournament this year. There's your hint.
Wow.
What league did Ryan Odom get his famous win from?
Oh, they got Becker?
No.
Becker didn't make the tournament. He won the league.
That's right. But I instantly think
so. They got
Martelli Jr.
They acquired Phil Martelli Jr. and Phil Martelli Sr. is going to be on the staff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, my poor Barking Dog podcast. Shout out to the Barking Dog podcast that covers Bryant football, basketball, baseball. It's just bummer. But I know he's been campaigning saying, renegotiate the contract. We want Martelli. Damn. Okay, that's a hit. Okay, and then we also had what do you make of that hire, Mac?
I like it. I mean, he took over a chaotic situation. I mean, when Grasso had his whole shit going on, middle of the season, 120 games, and then his first actual team where he could put his thumbprints all over it. They go 23-12, 14-2 in league. They dethrone Vermont. Yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit of a bigger sample size, but I like him bringing his old man. I think it helps to have an older guy on your bench in this era where you're doing so much other shit other than coaching. You're the CEO. You're worrying about NIL and the portal and all that. You get your dad in there. Won a lot of ball games. Got him doing Elite Eight at St. Joe's, and he can help him X and O. I think.
Yeah, Bieniek, what do you mean? I kind of love it.
I'll be kind of cooler on it. I don't necessarily think that. I think you could have done better than Phil Martelli Jr. He's got 1 year of like.
But you got Dad on the staff. I mean, he's better than every coach probably go in the 8-10.
Yeah,
you're not wrong there, but yeah, I just would have like Max said at the top. I would have preferred a larger sample size.
They wanted Patino. That was their guy. They wanted Patino, but Patino I didn't think was going to take VCU.
Well, speaking of the devil, Richard Pitino, Dick Pitino, as some say.
Dick.
Slick Dick Pitino, some say. Slick Dick Pitino is now the new head coach at Xavier. It leaves New Mexico for Xavier. This is an upgrade for Xavier as far as I see it. I'm not a big Sean Miller guy, so like to me, I think Pitino's a better coach than Sean Miller. So I think it's a blessing in disguise if you're a Xavier fan. What do you think, Mike?
I'm torn on Pitino Jr. I think he's a little overrated. I like him. I'm rooting for him because he's a Pitino, but he was okay at Minnesota. And then, New Mexico is like the best job in that league.
True. But
4 years to win it.
But I'm saying like Sean Miller hadn't done anything with them.
His first tenure, he was really good.
Yeah.
But recently, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I feel like Richard is by default overrated because his old man is Rick Pitino. But I will say this. I also think he's gotten better as he's gone along. I think he was thrown in the fire at a very young age because his last name's Pitino, and maybe he wasn't ready for the Minnesota job once upon a time. I think he's a better coach now than he was in 2015, 2016. So, he's got to get that staff right for sure because he still is. Think about it. How many jobs? This is his fourth job. He's only 42 years old.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to, like anything else in life. The more you do it, the better you become.
100%.
By the way,
you like Slick Dick Pitino at Xavier?
Not really convinced that this is like the greatest hire either. I feel like Xavier could have done better too. Go grab a guy that has like a Sweet 16 under his belt or something. You're Xavier.
Well, at least they didn't go D3. I thought they might go D3.
I don't know. I don't know who. But also you could have. There you go. Yeah. He's from the area.
He's from the area. He's the other Cincinnati. I don't know. He worked for Hug, so Xavier probably by default's like, nope, we can't X him out. He's canceled.
Yeah, he's not a guy that has a Sweet 16, like I said, but I feel like you had resources at Minnesota, didn't really do anything big there. He had resources at New Mexico. He had a tournament win. Great job. But
that was their first tournament win in a minute, though, right?
I know.
I think he did a really good job this last year, but he also had a stud of a point guard who is probably going to be his point guard at Xavier now because he hit the portal today. Donovan Dent.
We'll see. He's got to re-corral him. He's got to
he's going to be a Johnny. He's going to be a Johnny.
So where does New Mexico turn?
I gave you Nelly Jr. Joseph. Now you give me Donovan Dent.
Where does New Mexico turn? Is there any more fucking Patinos out there? I think Rodney Terry makes a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, for them. I'm not saying what I would do. I'm saying I can totally see them being like, because they're like, hey, he took Texas to the tournament.
No,
we can hire this guy.
No. I don't have a guy off the top of my head, but no.
Chris Mack to New Mexico.
I have seen people.
No, he
say,
just tweeted out today that he's coming back for year 2 at Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full circle for Rodney Terry. I'm just saying they're familiar with him.
Chris Mack figured out that Richard Pitino was getting the Xavier job, and he goes, "Nope, I'm beating him to the punch. I'm tweeting this out that I'm coming back. Year number 2, Charleston."
Yo, we have one more that just broke.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh God.
McCaffrey to Penn. No
Dude,
Fran Dumpy.
Shout out
They
your boy.
hired the wrong Fran.
They hired the other Fran.
Shout
That's a good
Shout out-
fit, though.
That is
He's
a good fit.
Good there.
He'll
Shout
be
out
really
your boy
good there.
Fetterman. Sam of Mid-Major Madness tweeted that out.
Fetterman got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fran
AAC.
McCaffrey headed to Penn. The Quakers. I actually think that's an A+ hire for them.
Yeah.
He'll be perfect in that league.
100%.
Yeah.
I hope it comes through though. Like I hope it gets finalized because that would suck for Sam. But yeah, it's sweet.
It kind of hurts me though because I would have done for you there, but
Yeah. Maybe Dumpy will be a special assistant to the other Fran. They're gonna Fran it up.
their coaching styles are a little different.
Yeah, motherfucker. If you're being soft, they'll motherfuck you. So, hey, all right. So back to New Mexico, you asked. I think all right's that's a good name. Olin
Who did he say?
at UC San
Eric
Diego.
Oh,
I think
that's too smart of them though.
Yeah, man. I would call Eric Henderson.
This is a school that hired Steve Alford. I remember. All right.
True, man. I would hire Olin. I would hire Eric Henderson at South Dakota State. I would look in the Valley. Who else did a really good job in the Valley this year? Wardle's been really good. I would hire one of those mid-major winners.
It's a coveted job. You go to a good winner that's proven multiple years. I'm sure they'll want to take it. You know.
What about Turner from Irvine? He's been due for a job for a fucking decade.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Turner
we'll see.
and
I mean that would be a smash play, but I don't think that would be the one they go with. They want the sexy hires. You know what I mean?
You're probably right. It probably is going to be Rodney Terry because he coached at Fresno.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll suck.
Wasn't he an assistant at New Mexico too at one point? I think he might have been.
I know he
might have been.
Barnes guy.
Yeah.
Rick Barnes guys get jobs. Kim English said Rick Barnes got shit done.
Yeah.
Rick Barnes and Rick Pitino guys get jobs. So yeah, Rodney Terry will not be unemployed for long.
And then you got not Neil Armstrong, but Bill Armstrong. One giant step for McNeese, one small step for I don't fucking know where. Bill Armstrong. He's now he's at Lake Charles. All right.
This is a loyalty hire for Will Wade. Bill Armstrong was the one that went down with Will Wade for the wire. He was his right hand man at LSU. So I like the vibes, man. Second chance, come down to McNeese, Lake Charles, and let's get it going. He's well respected. He worked for Scott Drew. I think this is a good hire. I think he hasn't got his opportunity yet.
I like it. I think it's a good hire too. Yeah, New Mexico, Reggie Thea. No, he was at New Mexico State. I was gonna say who could they come full circle with? Anyway,
going to Sac State per our show last night.
That's what we're breaking all the fucking news and conspiracy. But college, you didn't think this was a college basketball conspiracy theory show? Well, you are fucking wrong, folks. Want to tell you that the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Looking for all of our picks and podcasts in one place? Well, we got it for you. Download the SGPN app wherever you get your apps. It is free and it is fantastic. You'll get articles from Noah Bieniek, from Cannabis Capper, and a slew of other individuals. You'll get picks from everyone on the staff. You'll also get all of our podcasts all in one place in case you're late. You don't want to be the guy who finds out about the podcast too late. You know what I mean? So you'll get all that access there for you. Just type in SGPN in whatever app store you're using, and you're good. We're also brought to you by SeatGeek. Look, we just talked about the Pit in Albuquerque, New Mexico, one of the finest places to catch a college basketball game in America. I highly encourage you to go out and support college basketball, or just go watch live sports or entertainment. It's always the best version of it to me. Yeah, cool. It's cool to get the album, but if you go catch the band or the group, it's fucking way better for the most part. There's a few times, but for the most part, I'd say 95% of the time you're good. Same with stand up, same with everything really. All right. So it's whether it's sports, whether it's the arts, you got to go out and check out, this is March too. I mean, shit, if you're in Indianapolis, close to Indianapolis, why are you not going to the Sweet 16 action? Or if you're wherever, NIT going on in Chicago, right? Why are you not checking out Sister Jean and company? I've been using SeatGeek for a while. I went to an ECU game recently, and I loaded up all of the apps that I tried to use, and I realized that SeatGeek was by far the top one as far as price and quality, and also just it's user friendly, which is why I want to give them a shout out. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and much, much more. And obviously, March Madness is here. We got the Frozen 4. What are you doing? You're in Fargo, North Dakota. I mean, you got a fucking treat coming through your town. If you're in St. Louis, you got all that good stuff. SeatGeek has your back too. Each ticket is rated on a 1 to 10 scale, so you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And I came through for you guys because I got you a little discount. Use the promo code SGPN10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Once again, that's 10% off any tickets with the promo code SGPN10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you could use it later. SeatGeek. Do it. All right. We are back on the college basketball experience. Brady has a good one. Craig Smith, I think, would be fantastic at New Mexico personally.
Somebody dropped the name Bryce Drew as well.
See, I don't know if he would leave Grand Canyon for New Mexico.
I don't know how. I mean, I would rather have Craig Smith.
I agree with the Craig Smith one. He already won in that league. That's a good one, Brady. That's the good call. He's going to get one of these.
Brady was also the one that said Bryce Drew too. So, or Frank did too. Yeah, he's mentioned by a couple of people. Mac, all right. Speaking of Colby saying, all right, Matt, who do you want at West Virginia?
Me. Just kidding. Go check out the Ryan and Rush show. I already did a breakdown on this, but because you donated, I will break this down. So my list initially, Will Wade was number 1. I reached out to Will Wade personally. We texted back and forth, and then he took the NC State job.
Max,
that's how much Will Wade was listening to me. I tried. I did my part. I said, you need to come to Morgantown. You can get us where we need to be. And he went to NC State the next day. So I wish him the best.
That's a low blow if I've ever heard one.
I know. I was like,
you're a great guy,
hey, fuck you, Will Wade. You're not invited back on the show. Just kidding. I can't wait to have him back. But he's gonna do great there. Number 2 was Jared Calhoun, and obviously we have a lot of mutual friends because we both worked for Hugs. But they don't want a Hugs guy, so they've canceled Jared out and they've canceled me out. I'm out of the search. We'll move on to number 3 on my list was Ben McCollum, even though I kind of felt like he was a pencil in at Iowa, so he took that. And then number 4 was Ross Hodge at North Texas because he worked for Grant McCaslin when Ren Baker was there, the AD. I would say it's going to be Ross Hodge at North Texas. They've thrown around Steve Forbes. I personally like Steve Forbes as a cultural fit, but he just hasn't won enough for me at Wake.
What about Beeline?
No.
He's old.
How old is he?
He's in his 70s, dude.
No.
You brought Rich Rod back. You maybe you're willing to go another step further.
No, you might as well bring Hugs back at that point.
I wanted Hugs and Xavier. I told you that.
What about Anthony Grant?
Nah, I would say Ross Hodge is going to get the job. Another name they've thrown out is Alan Huss. The problem with Alan Huss is him and DeVries are boys, and there's not the most good chemistry right now with how DeVries left and all that. So probably not the right fit. I think Hodge checks off all the boxes. So if Oklahoma State wins here, he may be named head coach here tomorrow. But
yeah, him and DeVries are boys because they were assistants for
at Creighton together. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried. I did my part. I wanted Will Wade or Jared Calhoun. I didn't get what I wanted.
I know we got to transition into picking these games, but I can't
we're
help
into the fucking NBA, by the way. We're talking more about hypotheticals and trades and portal than the actual games. You wouldn't even know we're in March Madness. Right
and gather steps. The fuck is that garbage?
We are slowly turning into the fucking NBA.
Trust me. But pass me the shotgun. I can get my whole face in front of it. I promise you. All right. So I want to give a shout out to, I think it's Scott Meredith, a CPA and a former St. Francis basketball alum, who had subtweeted their news saying, when myself and many other alums present an NIL collective and the school administration make zero effort to adapt and accept these changes, this news is not surprising and disappointing. Also, when the school is dominated by student athletes, how do you think this transition will lead to more money and opportunities? Bummed out by this.
Yeah, I can totally attest to like being at a small school in college. Like my school was 2,500, 3,000 kids. St. Francis PA is even smaller. When you have an athletic department and there are multiple teams, you go around campus and everybody that you see is an athlete, and that just builds camaraderie, and the entire campus is tight.
I mean, he's really got a point. He's really got a point, because if their enrollment's only 1,400 and you have 65 scholarships for fucking FCS, and then you add in basketball, like you're really talking about like 1 out of every 5 fucking people you meet are going to be, and I'm not even talking the other sports. I imagine they have baseball and hockey or whatever too.
Yeah. But you just flipped off all your athletes. You said we're revoking your scholarships this summer. They're gone. They're not coming back.
But that's crazy. He presented an NIL package. And who knows what that package is, but I felt like it was worth mentioning. Bummed out by that news. Let's jump into this action. I mean, all the coaches, we're still waiting for West Virginia. We're waiting for Villanova. We're waiting now for New Mexico and Colorado State to be official. Whatever they hire
is getting pressured, right? They should do something here.
There's going to be some good mid-major coaches get a nice promotions. Drake's available too. I mean, there's some good little jobs open now, and like Brady said, Craig Smith makes all the sense at one of these Mountain West schools now.
I was trying to think, what's a coach that was fired a year ago that's still not back in college hoops? I know Craig Smith was fired this year, but I'm saying there's probably some good coaches that were fired like a year ago that you're sitting there saying, well, they deserve another shot. You know, I'm just drawing a blank on who.
Tom Crean's name always gets thrown around. I don't know about him.
Could totally see him at
New Mexico.
Yeah, I could totally see him at New Mexico. They'd be, look at this. He's related to Harbaugh.
You know who crossed my mind? A former Mountain West coach that stepped down, Lindor, at Texas Tech, and he remember when McCaskey
he would take the New Mexico job, I think.
He's an assistant right now at Texas Tech.
Well, and Texas Tech's like, I remember talking. Mike Leach used to live in Lubbock, and he would tell me a lot of times he would fly out. I want to say it was Albuquerque. It might have been somewhere in New Mexico. He would fly out of often, and I was like, wait, you don't? He's like, yeah, you can't fly direct out of Lubbock. This is a while ago, but I'm saying he would definitely tell me that he would go to New Mexico to fly out of there for some reason or another. But
Brady, you were ahead, but all three of us are going to disagree with you on this one.
Billy Lang, oh God,
yeah.
Where's he going to get a job?
Not yet, anyway.
He needs more consistently than that. But yeah, I mean, Lindor, back to our point, like he went to Texas Tech for a year. McCaslin gets tossed. He beats Houston. The only game Houston lost, Lindor coached the fucking team. I mean, he might get one. He upped his stock by stepping down and went with McCaslin. Now they're going to go on a run here, and then he slides somewhere else.
That's why I think like Mountain West, Colorado State seems very lateral from what
I got it. New Mexico wants to splashy hire. They can go get a Final Four coach in Kevin Keats.
No, God.
That makes perfect sense. It makes perfect
I
sense.
think Wilmington would even hire him back.
By the way, it's not Lindor, it's Linder. Jeff Linder.
Whatever, Linder. I can tell you where he's coached at. I don't care how you pronounce his fucking name. He's a good coach.
He did start at Northern Colorado too.
I know. We fucking played against him in West Virginia. They were a pain in the ass. They were good.
Hey, if New Mexico was smart, they would hire Billy Gillespie. That would be a good hire there, I think.
He's having health issues though, dude.
Yeah, what's health?
Whole year.
What's fucking health?
Like he has to step down every other year because he's a psycho.
What's health? We'll all be dead. Just coach the goddamn sport. All right, let's go.
Donnie Tyndall, where's he at? He'll be at McNeese one of these years.
I'm gonna throw his name out there. Like, he didn't have the greatest year, but he won 4 straight conference regular season titles. Todd Kowalczyk's got to be in the mix for something.
He needs to be in the Midwest with that name. That's like a Wisconsin coach. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have you covered on the show. Don't worry. But let's jump into phase 2 here, which is we were talking about remember that meeting. Our meeting before the episode sounded a lot like this.
And you know what? I'm jacked about another opportunity. I'm like, let's go. Now, I met with the team. There is no team.
Go check out our Frozen 4 episode, though. We did deliver on that. And, NCAA tournament for hockey is fantastic. It's growing every year. And I like to my ego likes to think it's because of me. So,
Izong's right about this. Tobin's going to get a job.
Tobin in New Mexico.
Oh, God. That would be a promotion and a half.
Yeah. I'm trying to think there's got to be someone we're forgetting.
Yeah, 1,000% there is. So
that got fired a year ago. Think about someone not this year's cycle, last year's cycle that got fired.
Let's continue. We'll keep throwing these names into the show.
You're just gonna randomly be talking. I go, oh
yeah.
And
TC trim people will be like, why the fuck did they bring up this guy? Yeah,
Bob Huggins.
And only the people that listen to the entire show know why.
All right, well, let's jump into we got games. Well, first off, let's react to the couple games we did have today. Right now we have North Texas up 6. We have Gulf Coast and Cleveland State tied up at 41 with 16 minutes left. But these bullshit Bradley Braves, good God.
Choke.
What were we up at the 10-minute mark? I felt like we're up fucking 15 points. And they lose the game outright. We're laying 4.5. Good God. Nice lock battle win, you piles of shit. Unbelievable. I'm disgusted. Absolutely disgusted by this play. Shout out to Dan Earls Budge. Mac, your thoughts on this one?
I like those Chattanooga guards. They made some hard ass shots in this game, and they felt like Bradley got that big lead, and then they kind of just they played not to lose and very stagnant offensively, and maybe Wardle's on the move. That might be his last game in at Bradley. You never know. They went 28-9. He should be up for a promotion.
Yeah,
it's been good for a minute.
Bieniek, your thoughts on Chattanooga storming back down the entire fucking game? I want to vomit.
I didn't watch any of this. We were doing the hockey show, so
I had it on the screen. You're in the fucking basement here. I thought you had some TVs set up there. Good God, what's happening in Michigan?
Back there is the command center, but I don't have any in front of me.
You got a little bar over there to the left.
Yeah.
You doing a little doers? Shooting a little doers over there?
Sure.
Getting fucked up.
We also did.
You want to know the New Mexico hire?
He's still looking at the hires.
Jerry Stackhouse. Jerry Stackhouse.
No, keep Jared Haas on ESPN. He needs to be on that 11 o'clock game that only us degenerates watch. Get him away from the jobs.
Larinaga to New Mexico. Let's go. Fucking 80 years old. Right. We cashed, man. This money line should have hit. I'm just fortunate that they didn't blow the cover because it was close. Illinois State was like 6.5. They win by 5 against Incarnate Word. That was my premium Pick Dundee 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE lock of the day. If you're for me and Bieniek. All right, make sure when you dial that number, make sure you hold the zeros, the 0 and the 7 and the 3 and the 6, all for about 45 seconds. What a play here. Your thoughts, Mac, on this game? Because this was neck and neck. This was 73 all with and I thought we were going to blow this shit. Your thoughts on this one?
I dub, man, for 3 games in 3 days. Like, I felt like they finally ran out of steam at the very end of the game, just with the size of Illinois State. But I mean, they came to play, man. They led for 36 minutes out of this game, and I think Hireman did a pretty good job there this year. So maybe something to build on at IDub. This is the best I can remember IDub, to be honest.
I agree. Bieniek?
Yeah, 1,000%. They're playing really good ball right now. It's Eric. I apologize. I did display it on the screen, and Colby or Mac didn't really want to run with it. No offense.
No. I was just too busy.
But he wants us to come down to Lexington for horse racing.
Shout out to It's Eric. Says, what are the chances TCE can come up to Lexington, to Commonwealth Stadium there? Love that. Speaking of Coach Leach, he coached there. Horse racing and a bourbon weekend. You always have extra tickets. Mac will love Big Blue Nation. I catch the sarcasm.
I love Lexington. I've gotten drunk in Lexington.
Yeah, Mac actually likes BBN.
I love it. I can't wait to fuck with you on my pick.
I think that's very possible. Very fucking possible.
You also
DM me
know,
at the Colby D. We'll try to figure this thing out. What's up?
You also want to know who's very possible. One last name, maybe Drake, Mike Boynton. Sorry, not Mark. Got Mark Byington and Mike Boynton confused.
He's
on the Michigan. He's a Michigan assistant right now. So he rebounded very well to a really good team right now, and his stock has kind of remained the same. I don't think he took a hit at all when it came to industry respect. He got screwed. He got a raw deal at Oklahoma State.
He did. That might actually be a nice hire for whoever would. Colorado State or maybe New Mexico.
Jim Boeheim to Bryant.
Jim Junior? Is there a Boeheim Junior?
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Well, I know there's Buddy. I thought maybe there's one with the same exact name. That would be awesome. I mean, why not? I mean, we're gonna die anyway. You might as well coach.
No, he'll be an assistant for Jerry Mack before that, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
He won't know it, but he will.
Yeah. It's so funny hearing everyone bitch about how many players are in the portal. It's every day when I load up Twitter, it's just you see a coach or someone that covers the sport just completely bitching about it. I mean, look, I understand.
Get your bag.
I understand part of it, but I also think it's ridiculous. And I think Billis has a good point when he says like,
he's screaming at clouds, man.
With the coaches? I think the coaches.
Yeah, it lands on deaf ears, dude.
Not to me. I think he's got a valid point.
It's total bullshit. I complain about the coaches all the time.
What do you mean?
I complain about the coaches.
So you agree with Billis, though?
That's what I'm saying. It falls on deaf ears. Who cares?
Okay. Well, I mean, he's got a bigger voice. I think it's interesting to.
Well, he's saying that the players are terrible because the coaches do it too. It goes both ways. They're both bad, and if you take one side, you look like an idiot too. So,
you're calling me an idiot, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's calling me an idiot too. Because
screaming at the clouds. Let's make some picks.
Oh, this fucking guy over here.
Call me MC Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you got? What do you they got some fucking Golden Girls reruns about to come on that TV back there in the command center?
Yeah, who's in that corner over there?
Baywatch Nights? You got Baywatch Nights? Is that a poster of Erica Laniak? Huh?
Sally back there? Veronica?
Good God, this fucking guy over here. I was trying to buy time so this CBI game could end. So when we get to the end of our slideshow, we could get a fucking a correct slide for this action tomorrow that we got going on. But no, who gives a shit about Daytona Beach anyway?
He'll give you 10 more New Mexico candidates, but don't talk about Billis.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for New Mexico candidates.
Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbooks. When it comes to betting college basketball or the Frozen Four and March Mania, one thing is for sure. Nothing's for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella's advancing, top seeds going home early. It's all going to happen. Bet the unexpected. Every upset, every day with DraftKings Sportsbook with live betting, exclusive content, promos, and parlays. DraftKings is the ultimate college basketball destination for March. First time customer? Well, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. What a deal. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SGP. Once again, that's promo code SGP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help's available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 age plus eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Don't be a scumbag trying to get there 2 weeks later. All right. For additional terms or responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is the home for AI picks and props, and Rhythm is already off to a great start, helping dominate March Madness with your bracket there. Building your own custom model is also easy and very profitable. Plus, they got models for NBA, golf, and MLB. So check it all out. Sign up today for a free 7-day trial period today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. Let's talk action tomorrow. How do we do this? Kent State is in Chicago, taking on the Ramblers. It's Sister Jean. Loyola's like 5.5 against this pesky Kent State team, but I'm not buying this shit. I'm locking up Loyola Chicago -5.5. They're fire at home. Their fans will show up. Sister Jean might be there. Kent State's been all over the country. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I just was on with Hoops before this, and he hot potatoed this one at me. I like Loyola Chicago too. I think I know it feels really, really chalky with that 5.5 number, but third straight road game for Kent State. Loyola back at home. I like the way that they've protected home court this year. They have a veteran group as well. I think they want to get to Indy here. I think Loyola gets this thing done. They win by 9.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take the under. The Cocktail Napkins got it at 141. For what it's worth, this number is correct for sure, because Ken Palm's got this at 136. But I think that's pretty fitting. The under is because if Loyola wins this one, the game script is going to be that they're able to slow down this Kent State offense and keep them off the glass, because that's one thing that they really excel at, and stealing an extra possession or two offensively. So, yeah, I'll take the Ramblers, especially at home, and the under is my favorite play there.
All righty. There we go. Next up, UAB is catching 4.5 in Irvine, California against Irvine, by the way, the 1 seed. I see plus 175 on the money line. UAB's been a fucking wagon for me a lot of the regular season, but also this NIT. I'm all over this. I'm riding the money line. I might even put a full C note on that money line. Let's have fun. Take those fire-breathing dragons. How about Andy Kennedy to New Mexico? That would make sense.
He'd be great there.
He would
You're
kill
right.
it at New Mexico.
Yeah, I like UAB. I mean, we AK is really good in this tournament. They went to the championship 2 years ago. They played North Texas, and I think I can't remember if they won or lost, but it was a game that came right down to the wire. He's been good in the NIT, and once they won the first game, you knew UAB was going to be motivated because that was my whole thing with them coming in. I'm like, they had expectations of winning the regular season, disappointing. But they're motivated, man. And Lendenberg, if he wants to finish out his career right, I like UAB to win outright. Let's go.
Double lock. Bieniek. What are you doing here, buddy?
I had Irvine winning the damn thing. I'm not straying away from that pick. You guys can double lock this all you want. I'm lock battling you. How do you think UAB gets from Santa Clara to Irvine? This is tricky. Are you going to make the short, 15-minute, half-hour flight, or are you going to make the 4-hour bus ride?
Well, they have fucking
UAB's
3 days
got
to
a
get
little
there.
bit of money, but I don't know.
You would like them to be there in 2.
But who knows these days? They might go D3 tomorrow if I wake up after they win the NIT. They might go D3. You just never know.
Third straight road game, seventh straight game away
they played
from
on
home.
Sunday. 4 days to get there. You're. I know California's big, brother, but it ain't that fucking big.
Are they bike in there? Like
Monday, Tuesday. Just 2 days off. You would like them to be there on Tuesday, but wipe out
They
Monday.
were there on Sunday.
This is their third straight true road game, 7th straight game away from home. They haven't, been to Birmingham in 2.5 weeks. I like Irvine.
We got a battle. Dundee back on these Blazers, beating on these anteaters.
Plus, if you want to X and O at Bent Leuchten, the 7-footer, Lendenborg is going to he's going to meet his match.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Lendenborg's more athletic, but we'll see.
The fucking UC San Diego put a big fella in a fucking blender whenever they played, so speed bothers them.
We will have one more game added to the card later, but right now we will jump over to Thursday's slate, and we got BYU in Alabama. In Newark, New Jersey. Has this line moved since I made these slides last night?
I think you're right. I think you have the number right. Yeah.
BYU's getting 5.5 against Roll Tide. I'm betting all these games on Thursday, by the way, so don't be alarmed at the music. But BYU plus 5.5. They, my St. Mary's play was weak. They didn't have the athletes. BYU does. Kada, kid from Rutgers, Mag. They're going to be able to hang with these boys. Protect the rim. They're going to be able to. They're live on the money line. I might sprinkle the money line. Mac, what are you doing here?
My heart is with BYU, but I hate the matchup, honestly. I think Alabama baits you into playing one of these up-tempo games. I mean, the total's at 175.5, the highest NCAA tournament game in forever. I just think BYU ultimately gets outraced by Alabama and all their athletes. The teams that bothered BYU in the Big 12 had athletes. Alabama has high-level athletes. They also have.
They don't play no defense, though.
They play.
Alabama's defense is actually better than BYU.
They play more defense than they're
I
way
wasn't
better.
arguing that. I'm saying comparing it to Houston or Iowa State or something.
Well, no, I mean, and Texas Tech is the other one that bothered them too. I just think it's going to be a high fucking possession game, back and forth. I think Alabama pulls away, wins by like 8 or 10. And they have experience in this game. Sears, Nelson, they played in the Sweet 16 last year. This is their third straight Sweet 16. Nate Oates has actually got the experience. Kevin Young, first ever Sweet 16 game. And I'm going to fade him coming off elevation, now going to the East Coast. So reluctantly, I will lay the points with Alabama and battle you. My heart's with BYU, though.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I'm saying forget the points and take the money line. Here's how I see this game going out. first off, the over is my favorite pick here. The Cocktail Napkins got it at 179. I just think the tempo is going to be really fast, and Alabama's going to dictate that. But this season, they haven't been great shooting the ball. And in the month of March, they're only shooting 34.7% from deep. That's 153rd in the country. If they shoot themselves out of this game, it's a coin flip, and BYU has a chance to win this thing. Plus 180 at a 50-50 shot. I'll take that. Like, to me, that seems like a no-brainer. That if you're playing at so fast of a tempo, BYU increases their possessions in this game. Just for me, I'm okay losing a plus 180 here.
Yeah, no, I'm going to sprinkle the money line too. By the way, I'm going to jump in on that action as well. So we have a battle in Newark. Gandhi, Phoenix on the Coos, Max Family, Roll Tide. I'll have you know that shout out to Ryan Kramer. There's a gigantic Mormon temple in Newark. So I think the fish out of water will be them boys from the South coming up to Newark, New Jersey. All right. They made a movie called My Cousin Vinny. It was basically the role reversed. All right. So there we go. All right. Yes. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog in college hoops is like, it's like a goddamn, it's like a, I don't know, vodka soda. Just goes together smooth. All right. You're just picking winners. I looked today. I shit you not. Where's the camera here? I've been picking games while I was over there. Look at that. Look at this account. God damn it. Stop tweeting at me. $709 here. I started out with 50 fucking bucks. What's going on over here? That's because college hoops is available on this thing. And oh man, it's to me one of the sharpest things you can get going. They also have every other sport. I played it with UFL, CFL, I mean MLB, NBA, NHL, NFL, college football, play it all. MMA, PGA, but Mark Sears, higher than 20.5 points. I took this one, but I'm curious what you're going to do here.
Higher,
lower at 20.5.
Crazy possession game.
I'm on that one. I took the higher as well. And I paired that with the likes of, who did I pair that with? I paired it with Caleb Love. I'm curious what you would do with Caleb Love, higher or lower, 17.5 points.
Oh, higher, baby. Caleb Love's my guy, baby.
Exactly. That's what I loaded up on that thing. Underdog Fantasy, just killing it over there. So check that out. And look, like I said, I know they're our sponsor, but I really think they're fucking awesome. If you're going to sign up, use our promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCE SGPN. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, court, casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. The best part is no credit checks, and it's completely free. So sign up today at edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience. Like I said, check out the Frozen 4 episode we did for the NCAA tournament, the hockey NCAA tournament that's starting on Thursday. Also, the college football experience will be dropping some episodes, the college baseball experience as well. What's up, Bieniek?
And before you judge their decision of why are you playing the games on Thursday and Friday, that's when the NCAA tournament is, they stagger them. Their first game is before all the NCAA basketball games.
See, here's the difference. I don't even come at them for that. I come at the UFL because you're trying to build fans. There's no fans. Like the UFL, check out the UFL gambling podcast. I just did an hour on hour and 30 minutes on the fucking show, but they are playing a game at Houston on Friday night, the same exact time the Houston Cougars are playing. So you have a fan base with no history. You're trying to establish a fan base, and you're going toe to toe with the biggest ticket in the town. Yeah. Just very stupid. Very stupid.
On Thursday, you get a 2:00 game, and then 2 5:00 games, and then on Friday it's the same thing. You get a 2:00.
But you got the built-in fan base. Like Ohio State fans, they might just be like, "Yeah, I want to watch March Madness, but we're not in March Madness. Well, let's fucking watch us in the Frozen Four." You know what I mean? So like when you're a part of a school, it cuts deeper. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't think it's like shit. You could tell me ECU's bowling team's in the national championship, and I'd be like, "Yeah, let me tune into the shit." Right? So there you go. Next up. Maryland. It's in San Francisco, taking on the Florida Gators. Todd Golden, he's back. He's going to, what is that spot? Who in the chat is familiar? What is it? House of Prime Rib? Is that what it is? I went to some awesome prime rib steakhouse there in San Francisco. So Golden's back. He's hitting that spot. Things are feeling good again. He's sending dick pics to all the girls there in San Francisco, and he's fine. No, he's all fine. It's only these Florida bitches giving him a hard time.
You can't tell me he wasn't doing the same thing in San Fran.
God damn, I hate the world. Every day I got to explain this is a joke. It's a joke. What the guy said at 101 minutes and 71 seconds or 51 seconds was very inappropriate. I feel like I should not. I'm going to write the company that gave him the sponsor deal, and I will try to do my best and do my part. And I encourage you to do your part on getting this scumbag off the air.
Yeah. There was a guy that commented what happened to the horse trailer hideout this year. Basically the exact same story that Colby told.
And we're not running from anybody. All right. Come at me, horse trailer. All right. Yeah, we got canceled there. It's okay. Right, we're
you lose some.
I really thought this was bullshit, but my dad will be like he's in his 70s and he's like at the dog park and he'll meet some other people and they start talking about kids and they'll bring up me and they say, "Hey, my son's a comedian. He does a sports show too, talking stuff." And it's like. The most common, and I get it some, but I feel like he gets it even more now that we're here, is, this could be the last voice of free speech. And it's like, that's not really that's a bold thing to put on my shoulders. I'm just a drunken idiot, but who knows? Maybe I'm actually right. The more shit like I got the other day of someone actually writing us, trying to cancel us just for a fucking joke. Maybe I am. Maybe he's on to something. I just don't know that I can handle that burden. All right. Anyone got any mushrooms?
Nothing surprises me anymore, man. Yeah, we had a former friend that I thought was my friend fucking try and cancel me. Even everybody created a burner account.
God damn it.
What's wrong with this world?
These fucking idiots. All right. These fucking idiots.
Oh my God damn. I thought we were friends. I can't stop it.
He called them bitches at 101 minutes and 37 seconds. My wife was listening in the other room, and I haven't had sex with her since. Unbelievable. What a world. Anyway, Florida, like I said, Todd Golden's back sending dick pics in San Francisco. I don't know who too. It could be some men.
They're using the San Francisco Dons gymnasium too. So War Memorial Arena. So familiar tread there.
Yeah.
Women there.
Yeah, I mean, San Francisco, it's like Baskin Robbins, all 31 flavors, man. Whatever.
He has connections.
I was walking through Golden Gate Park once when like I saw 3 butt-ass naked people just run past me. I'm sitting there saying, "Oh, look at this." It's like a fucking Ferris wheel. Then all of a sudden, just 3 naked people just run right past me. No idea what's going on. Fantastic stuff. I also saw an epic homeless person fight there too. So
I knew that was coming up. That's the capital of homeless people.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get here. But I know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get fucking rich because I am all overlaying. The best thing that happened to Florida was that UConn game. They're gonna destroy Maryland by double digits here. Give me the Gators -6.5. Sorry, Terps. I would love for the Terps. if I not betting this, I would love for the Terps to win this game just because, I feel like a little bit of an allegiance. Got my lefty Drizel cup there, but give me the Gators -6.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
Who's a better coach in this game?
Yeah.
Neither one of them, I think, are tremendous.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I am. We'll have another battle. I'm on the Terps. The Terps have not been blown out this entire year, which is actually hilarious. Like I looked at their losses. Every game is by 3. It feels like, or they joked that they finally won a buzzer beater because they lost like 4 buzzer beaters this year.
Yeah,
I think you can attack Florida on the inside and the interior. I think UConn exposed that. I think that they can put some pressure on the rim. They can play through Queen, play through Reese. And I think that they're going to be able to hang in this thing because they can control the tempo here. Florida, I'm still a little skeptic on Todd Golden, especially as a north of 2 possession favorite here. So give me the Terps here to be right there till the very end. Give me Florida in a close one. And a scheduling note, no travel spot for Maryland. They stayed out on the West. So that Big Ten's going to benefit here. They already done this travel thing. They went right from Seattle down to San Francisco, and this Golden thing back in San Fran's a distraction.
Well, I'll tell you
what's
this,
the distraction?
That's
Hold
a
on.
distraction.
Hold on.
Those
What's
dick
the
pics?
distraction?
We
have Kevin Willard worried about his athletic director at Maryland sending him personally announcing that he's the new AD at SMU before it's even public. Also flirting with Villanova for a coaching job. I don't know what Willard's done.
I could see, Bieniek, I could see Todd Golden taking the team to his old former strip club, the Hung Jury.
At the sorority house right now with Todd Golden.
There are more distractions with Maryland right now than there are in
No
Florida.
way.
That's a guarantee.
No way.
Well, you don't think all the added media attention after I'm fading them after a buzzer beater? First off, that's the number 1 on the handicap.
Florida basically won a buzzer beater.
Number 2 is you don't think all this added media attention is a distraction too?
No.
Yeah. Kevin Willard's going to get there, and right before the game starts, he's like, "All right, guys, what are we going to do?" He's going to have the team together. He's like, what should we do to win this game?
Throw the ball to Queen.
As haven't done any prep.
There, Queen's right. Throw the ball to the biggest son of a gun and let him fucking work. Don't complicate it.
Sometimes it is that simple.
No, man, guards win in March. It's the same handicap that I've had the entire tournament with this Florida team. The entire year. I said that this is the best trio of guards that any team in the country has. And Walter Clayton Jr., Elijah Martin, and Will Richard. That is the identity of this team. The rotational of bigs up front is just the added benefit of, we're going to be scrappy, go on the glass, take some extra rebounds if you give them to them. I think you could give Derek Queen 40 and Florida still wins this game. So I'll take the Gators.
We got a battle. Bieniek and Dant on the Gators. Gator. Mac on the Terps.
Last thing too, Mac all year has been laying the 6.5, taking the 5.5, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna take the 6.5." It opened at
4.5. You haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, I have. I grabbed the 4.5.
Well, exactly. It's the opener. It's fake steam on these Todd Golden dick pics.
Fool ass bitch made pump. You disloyal fool ass bitch made pump.
Next up, Arizona is in Newark. Shout out to David Matola. He's in Albuquerque now. You've gone that far. Why don't you go a step further and fly on into Newark? Arizona Duke. 2 blue bloods going at it. If Arizona still gets that, they still qualify for that. There you go. Nice kick there by Caleb Love. Caleb Love has been known to kick Duke's ass before. Duke's laid 8.5. Not actually, it's 9.5 now. It's gone up a full point.
Give me that.
You're gonna need that point. Yeah, I will take Duke minus the points. Duke wins by 11. Mac?
So what do you think? It's close and then they blow it open later, or do you think they just kick their ass from the beginning?
I think it's like a 20-point game, and then Arizona hits a couple threes, gets it right close to that number. and then Duke wins by 11.
Well, we're gonna find out here if Duke is the UConn of last year, because if they cover this one, I mean, this is UConn like, where they're just gonna cover every fucking game, even though I will refuse to.
If they cover against my beloved Big 12 team, then I'm gonna buy into them for real.
Oh, dude, hey, they already played this year and they fucking beat Arizona's ass, but this is a different
14 on their home court.
Let me finish. This is a different Arizona team because V-Star wasn't even playing back then. Awaka was still trying to figure out his role. Townsend, the veteran guards of Love, Bradley, and Lewis, I think, can actually match him on the perimeter. And they're not just going to let fucking Tyrese Proctor walk into 7 threes like Baylor did. They're going to have to get something in transition because Duke's defense is pretty damn good in the half court. I think they can get enough here. And if it gets close late, can Caleb Love get him over the finish line one more time and kill Duke?
What's your record on Duke games this year?
I'm 2-3 in my
it's
last.
Like Kansas and Duke. I bet you that's 80% of his losses this year.
Kansas beat Duke's ass too, so yeah, that's another.
Well, you got that one right.
Fuck Duke, give me Arizona, baby. Come on, Caleb Love. Please don't go 3 for 20. If that happens, I'm dead.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Last time he faced him, yeah, when Caleb Love and Arizona lost to Duke on November 22nd. Love went for 8 points on 1 for 9 from 3, 2 for 4 from the field, only went to the line twice. I just feel like though if that's your whistle on your home floor against Duke, what kind of whistle do you expect on a neutral floor against Duke? Yes, that is part of the handicap here. And also the cocktail napkin has Arizona only as a 6.5 point dog. Throw that shit out the window because it had Baylor as like a close like competitor in that game. We saw how that one worked out. It didn't. Duke completely pulled away and did their UConn thing. Yeah, I'm on the Blue Devils with Colby. I'm actually taking the over in this one. The Napkins got it at 161. I'm rooting for the best of both worlds. Duke's offense has been unbelievable so far in the tournament. And you know what? If Caleb Love goes off and drills a couple of them, I'll just be very, very entertained and rooting for chaos because I have the over. So over
no
153.5.
Did you guys just see the end of that shit?
Yeah, fucking let's call the timeout.
Oh my God.
Don't compare Caleb Love in November to Caleb Love in March, baby.
Don't compare Caleb Love to Saturday to Caleb Love on Tuesday. He's not consistent.
Caleb Love, this is Caleb Love as a 25-year-old. How old is he now? He's been in college forever.
And how much more mature is he?
You know, I was impressed with his answer in the post game. He
thought about it.
His ass. They tried to bait his ass. The fucking media wants Duke. They tried to bait his ass, and he said, "Nah, we'll be ready for Duke. You know, we got a good team here." They wanted that bulletin board, but old Caleb Love's coming to play.
He didn't get it off, so it's a good thing he called timeout.
Yeah. Caleb Love, miracle worker again. Let's go. End Shire like you ended Coach K. Go Cats.
But look, I mean, this is how great college hoops is right now. We got the NIT North Texas at Oklahoma State. The guy's head's in the way of the fucking buzzer beater. We don't know if I think he didn't get it off. Right. Then you got the CBI game going on in Daytona Beach with 3 people there. And it's Cleveland State's up by 2 with 2 minutes left. It's so beautiful. Game. It's so fucking beautiful. Both these games are fire. So there's 0.7 on the clock. Oklahoma State down 2. They called timeout. They did make a 3 that would have been the game winner, but I don't think he would have actually got it off. So it's actually good that he called timeout.
What's that CBI game score again?
66-64, 150 on the clock. Cleveland State up by 2 with the ball.
So the under's cooked.
historic
Championship games tomorrow, right? In the CBI.
Yes, that's why we're waiting for that.
Yeah.
Historical data here. Do you remember when these two played in the Sweet 16 last time? Duke was a 9.5 point favorite. Arizona beat them.
Well, I mean,
historical data says that Duke
2011. Kyrie Irving was on that goddamn
15 years ago.
Yeah, historical data says Duke's the strongest team we've ever seen.
You forgot though. In 71, Duke got them by 26.
They did get him in like 0-1 in the national championship. That was a good game.
Oh, that game pissed me off. Don't get me started on that one. That game, I was on Arizona. If I would have won my bracket pool, fucking Arizona would have won that game. Instead, I lost that shit.
It's good, Tommy Lloyd.
Yeah.
Legacy. Lloyd.
Next up,
battle. You got to play the battle music.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. We got a battle. Dundee, Phoenix on these Devils, Mac on these Cats. Next up, the Razorbacks of Arkansas taking on Texas Tech in San Francisco. Texas Tech's laying 5.5, still at 5.5. The total's now at 148.5. I'm all over Texas Tech here. Arkansas has been a fun run. You had that great win, but I think Texas Tech has the defense. I think they will go zone, and you won't hit any shots. And Texas Tech has shot creators that will not go 2 for 19. Loading up on the Red Raiders minus 5.5. Lock it up. I'm actually parlaying this with Florida minus 6.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I love Tech here, and I know Thero is coming back. Calipari says he's available for 12 to 15 minutes, so that means he'll play 22 to 25 minutes. That's Calipari lingo here. I don't know if McMillan's going to be back. That kind of is a wild card. But I just think this is a bad matchup for Arkansas. You just think about it. Like, it was great what they did against St. John's on Saturday, but it took a 2 for a zillion for them to win that game. I know Arkansas went 2 for a zillion as well, but Arkansas hasn't really made shots at a high clip the whole year. So you can't win what they've been. Texas Tech is as good defensively, but they also could score with Toppin and Williams. I like Tech by double digits. I think that they're on a different level, and they can match them athlete for athlete, but they can actually make shots. So I think we're getting the better coach too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm with you guys as well. This is a triple lock, three person sweep here. And this is also part of that trend where, like, if the dog wins their first matchup and then are a dog of 3 or more points the next one, the ATS record is not very good in the NCAA tournament. Arkansas had a perfect matchup against St. John's. We went through it during our show. Colby went through it on Sports Gambling Podcast. I think that was handicapped to an absolute T. They had more athletes than St. John's did. St. John's couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. Texas Tech has the athletes. They have the shooters. Arkansas is not going to benefit from that. And McCaslin is a damn good coach. I believe that Texas Tech gets this thing done, and they get to the Elite Eight.
There we go. Triple lock. Red Raiders minus 5.5. Parlay it with Florida if you got the cojones. Speaking of Sports Gambling Podcast, that is coming up next, but I want us to give out our top play for Thursday. And there's a CBI game that I'm waiting to. We have Cleveland State up by 1 with 54 seconds left. So we're either going to have Cleveland State or Florida Gulf Coast take it on Illinois State. There is no line, but check the picks page, get the SGPN app. It's free. Just type in SGPN into the app store. But you better believe I'm going to be betting the shit out of this game tomorrow. Yeah, so we don't have a line. I mean, we could try to just get out your top play, and hopefully by the time that's done, we'll know who's playing in the CBI Championship in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
Matt Dix, we won on iDub tonight. We did fade Illinois State. iDub covered.
Yes, iDub was getting 6.5.
You said favorite play of the 4?
Yeah, the 4 Thursday games.
Is probably Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's why Texas Tech and Florida were the ones like that I had circled. I don't feel amazing about BYU, but I'm still going to play that money line.
I really
the
like
Duke one. I feel like Arizona could get that late cover, that Matola bullshit. You know what I mean? What are you talking about, Mac?
I said I really like Alabama in the matchup. Big dog Arizona money line. Get this fucking Duke shit out of here. Let's go. Caleb Love. to the rescue.
So I think it's going to be Cleveland State. They're up 3 now.
So my
on Gulf Coast. Oh no,
my
you're
favorite.
Yeah. Go ahead, Noah.
My favorite play is the Texas Tech pick too. If I had to give something else out to be different, it would be the Arizona Duke over. I also like that Bama BYU over, and the Arkansas Texas Tech over is solid as well. And then Florida against the spread.
All right. Well,
So
it is going to be Cleveland State. I don't know what this number will.
Your Ken Palm number for this game, Cleveland State would be -5. Oh, against Illinois State. Thought that was incarnate word.
No, Illinois State came back and won.
So we lost on Oklahoma State, those bastards. But I'm looking about hitting Cleveland State here as long as they get. Okay, we're up to 4. 13 seconds left.
Illinois State would be a 1.5 point favorite according to Ken Palm.
I will take Illinois State here.
You said Illinois State's laying 1.5?
Yeah.
I like the Vikings. I think they can do a little bit of it all if they're clicking. They have Dylan Arnett down low, big white guy who's actually their best player on the team this season. But they've got a couple of guards that are scrappy. They struggle to hit the outside shot, but they can drive.
I told you this is a lock battle win. Get this Florida Gulf Coast bullshit out of here.
This fucking bum's really going to lose by 5. They were winning with 4 minutes left.
Let's go.
I hate this team. I'm so glad this team's over.
Folks, give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Check out the Frozen 4 podcast we just did. College baseball experience coming up later this week. Also, check out the college football experience. I know I was trying to get that Eddie George episode out. We're going to get it out this week. Also, we got some other podcasts that will be coming out in the coming weeks with them and the FCS college football experience. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And I'm going on the sports gambling podcast right now, so tune on in. Till next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
If you see him on the street, then tip your hat his way. You'll know just where he's headed and which game he's gonna play. He's a sharpshooter gunman and always aiming high. To win any gunfight, he's living in the sky. We're the gunslingers, on set and tone. We're the gunslingers, on the road or at home. Remember the Alamo, for such as we are known. We're the gunslingers, on set and tone.